Hi everyone, this is my prediction from the first week. Yeah, as you know, the first week of the Premier League, I predicted a couple of games, I should say, that were a bit... how do I put it? It was a bit wayward, I should say. But anyways, hi, my name's Seth. Welcome to the second week of Premier League predictions. As I was saying, there have been some interesting results in the first week. I would like to go through what I predicted and what the ending results were. Let me just go through it. 2-0 Liverpool I predicted. That ended 4-1 Liverpool. 2-1 Man City. Man City typically just battered us. 5-0. Not pretty that was. Bournemouth 3-0. Bournemouth 3-0. I don't know what I was thinking there. I know I underestimated Sheffield United. That ended 1-1. Burnley and Southampton, I said it will be 1-1. I said they had draw written all over it. Burnley surprised me and many people and just gave Southampton an absolute hiding. 3-0. Where's it? Everton 2-0 I said, that ended 0-0. Watford 1-0, that's laughable again. Brighton ended up smashing them 3-0. 2-1 Spurs, I was close on that one. It ended 3-1 Spurs. Leicester Wolves, I said it'll be an entertaining 2-2 draw. That ended up being like a 0-0 draw. A little bit of controversy with the VAR. Arsenal, I said 2-0 will be a very tight game. And it ended being 1-0, in fact, Arsenal. And the last one, 2-1 Chelsea. What was I thinking, man? I must have been smoking some good stuff, man. But it ended 4-0 Man U. Man U actually destroyed him. So yeah. Now getting the overview out of the way, I'm going to give you week 2 predictions. Here we go. Yeah, for our first game, we've got Arsenal versus Burnley. Burnley always seem to make it a tough game for Arsenal, judging by the last time they faced, I should say. Burnley always make it tough, especially when they go to Arsenal. Ashley Barnes somehow always gets to get on the score sheet. He did last week. He got 2 goals, in fact, in the 3-0 win against Southampton. With Arsenal, they did look at their best against Newcastle, but when you have a striker like Aubameyang, he's always like the difference maker. He's a very, very deadly striker. This will be a very interesting game, I should say. I feel again it will be a very tough game for Arsenal. Could I see Ashley Barnes scoring again? Yeah, I could. But I think in the end, just like the last game, Arsenal will come out winners. For me, I'll say 2-1 Arsenal. It'll be a close game, I'll say. Yeah, for the next game, we have Aston Villa vs Bournemouth. Bournemouth coming off a 1-1 draw against Sheffield United, which actually surprised me. I thought that Bournemouth were going to completely smash them, and boy was I wrong. Bournemouth got a few injuries. They've lost Lloyd Kelly, David Brooks, Lewis Cook, and a few others. But they held on for a 1-1 draw. With Villa, they were very, very unlucky. I know 3-1. Yeah, 3-1's a harsh scoreline on them. They actually took the lead, in fact, with John McGinn. I've been very impressed with him. I like the look of him, so it'd be interesting to see how he does in the Premier League. He looks a very, very good player. Tom Eaton he's going to seem to be a very, very good buy as well. He made a couple of really, really good saves. But in the end, they couldn't hold on because Harry Kane nicked 2 late goals. For me, with my prediction, I think it'll be a very, very end-to-end game. But I just see the points being shared. I see a 1-1 draw in this game. And for the next game, we have Everton versus Watford. Yeah, Everton coming off a 0-0 draw against Palace. They kept a clean sheet. They lost Andre Gomez to injury in the first half. They did have a few decent chances with Sigurdsson and Coleman. And Pickford was called into action as well. He made like a couple of crucial saves as well. But yeah, all in all, they end up sharing the points with Palace. Onto Watford. It couldn't have been a worse start for them. 3-0, getting absolutely smashed at home as well. Not as smashed as West Ham, but but still, they got beat by Brighton, which surprised me as well. yeah, it's not a really good start. But despite that, the last time they faced Everton, they actually beat them. In fact, they beat them 1-0, I believe. But with Everton being at home, I just think it will be a different game, and I think Everton will win 2-0. And on to the next game, and this one is going to be a fun game to predict. Brighton versus West Ham. Here we go again. Yep, Brighton, our bogey team, yes. We've never beaten Brighton in the Premier League. We somehow can't beat them. And this has just got Glenn Murray just freaking scoring all over. Brighton come with that 3-0 win against Watford, at Watford as well. And then with West Ham on the other hand, getting absolutely dismantled by Man City. Shock. The first half was bright, we did try and take it to them, but then in the end, City showed their class. Sterling was having an absolute storm at that game. For me personally, away to Brighton, I don't see us winning. I'd be shocked if we win. I'll be absolutely ecstatic if we win, but I can't see it personally. So for me, I'm gonna go with a 1-1 draw. But it just wouldn't surprise me if freaking Glenn Murray scores, because he just seems to score against us. But I hope we win, though. Then after that, we got Norwich versus Newcastle. Norwich welcome back to the Premier League with a 4-1 loss against Liverpool. Even at 1-0 down, when they scored the own goal, unfortunately. Norwich were actually trying to take it to Liverpool. You can see how their style of playing the Champions League, they're trying to implement it into the Premier League. They were trying, but they just literally, when the second went in, they just literally got opened up, and it's ended up being 4-0 at half time. Pukki did pull one back in the second half, but then it just got all too much, really. On to Newcastle. They were unlucky. In fact, they did have a few decent chances. Shelby hitting the post, and their striker Joe Linton, he had a chance as well. But they just fell short. And also Aubameyang as a striker, kind of do nothing about it. For me, it'll be an end-to-end game, in fact. But I feel the points are going to be shared. I think it'll be a goalless draw, to be fair. And on to Southampton versus Liverpool. Southampton didn't have the best start. They lost 3-0 to Burnley. Redmond had a really, really good chance from what I can remember, and Mick Pope pulled off a really good save. But then, Ashley Barnes turned up, had his scoring boots, got a brace. The last time they beat Liverpool was in March 2016, I believe. It was a 3-2 win with Liverpool. They had a 4-1 win against Norwich, but they lost Alisson for injury. He's going to be out for a few weeks. Could that be a difference? Who knows? But they also have the Super Cup against Chelsea on Wednesday, so that could play a factor as well in how they play over the weekend. But for me, I think it'll be a close game. But for me, I think with everything that's going on at the moment, I think Liverpool will somehow find a way to win. I think it'll be a 2-1 Liverpool win. And on to the Saturday evening kickoff between Man City and Spurs. The last game was a very anticlimactic game, 1-0 Man City. It was probably due to the epic Champions League game they had a few days earlier prior to that game. City, they just destroyed West Ham 5-0. They looked a bit lethargic in the first 20 minutes, but then as soon as the first goal went in, they just showed what they were made of, really. And when it got to the second half, they just turned it on completely. Edison made 2 key saves at 2-0 that could have changed the game completely, but then VAR come in and just that was that, really. They just turned it on us. With Spurs on the other hand, Villa were piling on the pressure on them. They actually were 1-0 down. And then Kane popped up with 2 late goals. For me, with this game, it will be very interesting just to see what approach both teams take. For me, I think it will be a tight game, but I think City will come out 2-1 winners, I think. On to the first of our Sunday games between Sheffield United and Crystal Palace. Yeah, I was wrong. Yeah. I thought Sheffield United were going to get absolutely battered by Bournemouth. So yeah, I was wrong in that one. I hold my hand up. Sheffield United, they were playing pretty decent. They showed fight, they showed spirit, I should say. And then even when they went 1-0 down, they were still fighting. And then Billy Sharp got a late equaliser. I feel that the manager will be delighted how they performed. Palace, on the other hand, they got a 0-0 draw. They kept a clean sheet. They kept Zaha. He looked a bit rusty at times, but they did have a few chances from what I saw in that game. But yeah, man, I think this is gonna shock you when I predict this. From what I've seen in the games, I think there's gonna be a shock. I'm gonna go with a 1-0 Sheffield United win. I know I'm gonna shock you with that, but yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Sheffield United 1-0. On to the second of our Sunday game. We've got Chelsea versus Leicester. Leicester coming off a 0-0 draw against Wolves. VAR played its factor, played its role completely, and went in favour of Leicester when Bolly handballed it, which assisted Den Donker to tap it in, and it got disallowed. Chelsea on the other hand, I should say, they suffered a heavy defeat. 4-0, they got destroyed by Man United. They actually started off pretty decent. Tammy Abraham hitting the post, and this starting off decent, but then all of a sudden one goal went in because of a rash tackle against for Rashford. Kurt Zimmer, I don't know what he's thinking about with that challenge. Then another goal went in, another goal went in. Chelsea were just suffering with the counter-attacking football of Man United. What way this is going to go? It'll be interesting because Chelsea, they've got Liverpool in the Super Cup. So then, could they be fatigued from that? Could it still be demoralised from Sunday's game as well? So yeah, for me, I'm going to go out of the limb and I'm going to say Leicester are going to shock it and Leicester are going to win 2-1. And on to the last fixture of week 2, it will be the Monday night kickoff between Wolves and Man United. This will, for me, is going to be a very tough game for Man United. The last time Wolves actually beat them, Wolves made it very, very difficult in both games last season. Wolves coming off like a 0-0 draw against Leicester. VAR went against them, denied them a goal. The manager was very, very vocal about it. And with Man United, they steamrolled Chelsea 4-0. A lot of young talent in the team. Rashford stepped up to play, scored 2 goals. Martial stepped up as well. And then Daniel James on his debut scoring. You saw in the celebration what it really, really meant to him. So I'm glad that he got his debut goal. I think with Pogba with 2 assists as well, I think Pogba's going to play a big part for Man United this season as well. This game is going to be very, very tough. It's going to be a tough one to decide. I don't know what to go with this. For me, the way things were last season with Wolves and Man United, and the way Man United are this season, and Wolves, how organised they are, I think it's going to be a very tough, close game. I'm just going to go out the limb. I'm going to say Man United 1-0. Yeah, and that's it. The second week of Premier League predictions done. I just want to know your thoughts. Comment below, like the video, share it with everyone on every platform. Subscribe to ING United. If you want to follow ING United on Twitter, the link will be below. If you want to follow myself, my link on Twitter will be below. I'll just interact with everyone as much as I can. Hopefully the predictions go a bit better than last week. And hopefully West Ham will turn it up, have a decent performance. But like I said, I can't see us winning, but I hope we win. I really, really do. So they can kickstart our season. And that's it. This is Cess. This is ING United's channel. And hopefully things go good for week 2. Come on, you Irons.